Yeah. Hello and welcome everyone to the 8-Bit Show.
Hello.
The show of bits.
The show of bits.
How many bits?
Yeah.
Eight to be precise.
It's in the name. We planned this. We didn't plan shit.
I planned every bit
We're
of
supposed
it.
to be planning?
I've got a script. I've got a script I'm going to stick to. Very digital.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No.
Diligently.
No, that wasn't what I was going to say.
Diligently.
That's the one.
That's the one. That's the stuff. Yeah. We're here to talk to you today and about some games and stuff. Movies, TV, books, nerdy things, you know. The huge.
The works.
The huge.
Yeah. Yeah. Where do we begin? The world is our oyster.
Beginning?
I don't really like oysters though.
Is there
an issue with that?
I mean, I don't like oysters, but so
I'm alright.
Yeah.
Okay. Well then, fair
I'll
enough.
fuck up
Right.
some good oysters.
No such thing.
No such thing.
It's like someone mixed snot and the ocean and put it on a shell. Knock that back.
Sounds
Amazing. I know.
yeah. Let's go with that. Let's go with amazing.
I knew that's what you wanted to go with.
So yeah, who wants to go first?
I guess I can go first. I haven't gone first in a while.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a week. We did things. Mostly
We're head by
mostly the same stuff. Games hasn't really changed much. Still playing a little bit of Pacific Drive.
A little bit.
Well, not as much as I want to.
Yeah. I mean, probably all that time you spend in Core Keeper remodeling everything.
I didn't spend that much time remodeling everything.
You
I had to make
messaged
the
me
place
at
bigger.
3 a.m.
Oh my god. I didn't hear about this.
Like, calling me out and shit. All right. Well, yeah, I played some Core Keeper as well this week. I did. See what the problem is. Why I get called out.
Sorry, it was funny. That's why.
Pretty funny.
Just like I did something wrong. I did message you at like 3 o'clock in the morning saying I might have got a little bit overboard.
Yep, those were your words. I can indeed confirm that.
It was fun. Yeah, I figured out how like mob spawning works and stuff. So I was trying to make sure that we wouldn't have too many more issues with like not being able to sleep because mobs are close.
Yeah.
And then I was just kind of having some fun. And
I learned how to play When I Come Around by Green Day. So I think that's gonna help. I think that's gonna help big time.
Oh yeah.
With our gameplay.
We're gonna have to set up a concert and do a real show.
That's too bad you can't write like the music sheets.
Right. Be a mod for that, right?
Oh, there's mods for like so much stuff.
Because music sheets exist in the game.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
so there's got to be a way to make those.
If there isn't a mod for that, somebody needs to make that desperately because that would be really cool.
That'd be super cool. I'd be into that. I would compose entire covers of songs if
Right.
that existed.
Yeah, that would just be super cool if it did.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we should take a look at the mods. I haven't had a chance to.
Still been
Looks like a
getting.
perfect game.
We've
To,
still
like,
been
find
trying
some-
it out, like getting a taste for it. So
Yeah.
Well, true. I'm not saying I hop into anything right away, but see what there is. Maybe there's some nice, like, ease of life things.
I did actually take a look, and
Oh.
there weren't that many. Like they weren't super
okay.
great. There's tons of them, but I also didn't know what a lot of them were. So, because it was like, oh, I don't know this game at all, so I don't know what this means.
right.
Fair.
But it didn't seem like there's that much quality of life in particular, which is what I was looking for. But yeah.
I mean, the game already has some pretty nice stuff.
Oh, damn it.
But yeah, the place was getting a bit messy when I was playing around, and I needed more storage, so I decided that I might as well up our storage place and put all like the workbenches together.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's the big thing I did. Which I think is fair.
Yeah. I think so.
I didn't do anything too big other than like farm some stuff and like fight.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to like kind of level up my fighting abilities.
Yeah.
Um,
We're gonna need that
yeah,
What for?
for the giant worm.
I did get up to like the bronze age of stuff. I went and found enough tin to upgrade myself.
Ah, nice.
Other than that, not really too much. More hell divers, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
Well, divers, yeah.
which is still fun. I haven't lost complete interest, although I am losing like stuff to do.
Yeah, you guys aren't enthralled by their what is it, the blue laser stuff, and
I mean, I think it's all
All the-
interesting, but it's not like
it doesn't impact the gameplay.
Yeah, the articles make it seem like there's a lot of it, and really there's not.
Oh
that
yeah,
much
no,
of that.
I hear it's really rare.
But nothing crazy.
I mean, it's the cool
Great
stuff like
stuff.
that you see. That's like, hey, that's
They added the new
a cool
war
way.
bond.
Yeah, we got the new war bonds. But I
That's
think-
been fun. There's a new laser weapon that's Chef Kiss.
Yeah, it's really good laser weapon. I mean, I still like enjoy what they're doing with the game. The new we just got another major order. That's seemingly going to push us to our limit, I think, because we have to liberate 2 planets that we don't even have access to yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we gotta.
We have to fight
Yeah,
through
break-
2 other
like
planets.
free some other planets to get to them.
Mm-hmm.
So that should be fun to see if we can pull that off.
Yeah.
Always interested in seeing where it's going. I think the one thing I'm seeing more of lately has been more of the like corpses of the worms. I don't know if you noticed that.
The worm corpses? I don't think so.
I haven't.
I've seen a few of them.
Have you not noticed that, Frankie?
No, not at all.
But little things like that I think are really cool, and they're doing that right.
Mm-hmm.
Just and not that I'm losing interest in it. It's just we've played a lot.
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah, no denying that.
like I'm close to 200 hours. I know Andrew's over that, but yeah. So we've pretty much played our fair share of
Mhm.
that.
I mean, you guys got your money's worth, so.
Oh, indeed.
Plenty. I still plan to play. I mean, I still haven't spent a dime of my own and have gotten all the premium stuff to date. So that experiment's still going well. Let's see. I've been watching Doctor Who still getting through Doctor Who.
Hmm.
My rewatch, and which will end up being new stuff because I there's some of the new stuff I haven't quite seen.
Like just the last few seasons, or
yeah, there was some. I stopped like midway through Peter Capaldi's seasons. Sorry, I got distracted there. I was getting my ass beat by some skill. I'm probably gonna die right now.
You're fine.
But yeah, I need to finish like Peter Capaldi's, and then the female doctor Jodie, I can't remember the actress's name, but I need to watch hers. But I'm still getting through the first part, so
fair enough.
Then I also recently, actually just today, watched the first episode of the old X-Men.
Oh yeah.
That was pretty fun. It's always good.
I need to finish that up. I don't think I've ever done a full, like a complete watch.
I remember I had done one a long while back, or not that long ago, but enough that warrants another go through. But I don't know if I like made it through the whole thing. I remember watching quite a bit of it, but don't remember if it was like all the way or not.
I think we're on the last season right now, so don't quote me on that though.
Watched Rebel Moon today. Yeah, I don't know. Pretty underwhelming movie. Definitely a Zack Snyder movie. I had to laugh like how many times it like went into slow-mo during the action bits.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like straight like 300 style, even a little bit more like over how many times it did it, but just a lot. It was a lot.
It was pretty bad.
Overall, I mean, it was an okay sci-fi. It's definitely trying to go for like some like epic picture with some of its like scenery and stuff like that. I'm trying to invoke a lot of like comic books and artwork like that. It feels like there's definitely nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like seemingly plot holes. I don't want to call them plot holes right off the bat because it is like a multi-part, movie. So maybe it will pay that out.
Yeah.
But currently I was kind of underwhelmed with the whole story. But it was okay. I have no real notes, I guess. And I think that's about it for me, really.
Okay.
Not much.
Yeah. What next? It hasn't been much for me either, honestly. What have I done?
What haven't you done, sir?
I don't know. I mean, I didn't watch much TV. Haven't watched any movies. I think all the gaming that I've done has been with you guys. So I mean, Core Keeper is really the biggest thing. I really like that game.
It's been pretty fun.
Yeah. There's a lot to do, and like the freedom that you have on it, I would say it is more Minecrafty in that you can explore and do what you want.
It does have definitely a lot of Minecraft feel. I feel it is a good like a way to get maybe somebody into Minecraft.
I don't know about that, but maybe. Just because
I think it has so much that's like Minecraft.
Yeah, I think if somebody's not into Minecraft, it's usually just because of the visual style, though.
I guess that's fair.
Yeah, I can't think of anything. My life is boring this week. I've been doing a lot of editing videos and trying to do more shorts and whatnot, so
I mean, that's not boring. It's exciting stuff.
it's really fun. I'm starting to learn some more and getting faster at things and trying to figure out more stuff, so I'm digging that.
Yeah, you did you did a great job with the Pacific Drive videos.
With the stupid voiceover.
Yeah, I do like that.
That was pretty fun, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
Will he survive? Okay, of course he will. It's a game. It's fun again.
So yeah, I guess that's really it for me.
Okay.
Cool.
Did so much this week. I blow all of yours out of the water.
Yeah.
I don't even know about all the stuff I did. No, I didn't do too much. No. I started playing Pacific Drive finally.
Oh yeah.
It's like super fun. I've seen Christian play it, and I was like, yeah, I definitely got to try this out at some point. And then I never really got around to it until now.
I think it's like further than me now.
Yeah, I think I am a little bit further than you. Yeah. Really got super fun. Really got into it a lot. I like all the customization stuff, like that. Big into that. Trying to get my car all danked out with all the all the cool cosmetic items. I got some pretty cool ones. Been playing Helldivers. Obviously, that's been all consuming. That's been pretty good. The new War Bond came out. Got that unlocked. Pretty much have everything unlocked off of it. So some fun laser weapons on there. A laser sidearm. I go full laser boy now. Turned into Laser Man. No longer just a laser boy.
Man.
Yeah, so that was kind of fun. That was the War Bond was about like the size that I expected it to be, but since there's just been like no life in that game, I got it unlocked and everything done on it super quickly.
Right away.
Yeah, kind of starting to cool off on that game a little bit. I'm not playing it like all the time now, which is nice to play other games.
Yeah.
Playing this Boar Blasters right now. It's okay. It's an okay little roguelike mining game. It's fine. It's fun. Nothing much to it. It's pretty silly. So yeah, I don't think I watched anything. I don't. If I did, it was not memorable.
It's okay. We're clearly in the same spot.
There's stuff coming that I'm really excited and want to watch.
Like what?
And we'll probably have watched by next week.
That's true. Yeah. There's the new X-Men show starts tomorrow.
Yeah, there's the new X-Men show tomorrow. It'll be the first episode of that. I think that 3-Body Problem also comes out this weekend.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I thought it came out last week. Didn't we check that?
I didn't see it. I haven't seen it available yet.
It's on Amazon, right? Or no? Or was it on Netflix?
I thought it was Netflix.
Could be.
I don't know. They were both working at a show on a 3-Body show at one point in time.
Right.
Yeah. There's some stuff. There's like Late Night with the Devil, horror movie coming out. That looks really good. A couple of things that I'm excited.
That looked pretty cool. Yeah.
Late Night with the Devil.
But yeah, not too much exciting stuff this week for me. Core Keeper's been fun. Learning how to play songs on there.
It's so funny that
Pretty sure that's the point of the game.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's funny that we'll be all like traveling around. I'll go like away for a little while from the town, and when I come back, you're still there.
Just playing away, jamming out.
Noodling out some songs.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like coming back to like a camp. Yeah. Nice campsite.
It's March 21st, so it's on Thursday. It releases.
Oh, okay.
That's
March
three
weather.
body.
What?
Is that 3 body?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. On the Netflix. The flicks of the net.
Yeah, that should be. I mean, that should be pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully. I actually don't know. Honestly, it could be terrible.
Yeah, but anything could be.
That's true, yeah.
Did you guys check
Probably
out?
put some effort into it.
Right? Did you guys see the clip that Amazon released of the Fallout show?
Nope.
Nope, not.
I did see the trailer
How does that look?
to the new Crow movie.
Oh, no crow. The clip looked not bad. And a little bit of funny bits that I actually laughed at. But I guess there was also like an interview with I forget his name. Something Nolan. Not the Nolan you're thinking of.
No, not that guy.
Yeah,
Different Nolan.
Yeah, different
You would
Nolan.
know him. He goes to a different school.
He apparently he was saying that he's trying to not exactly cater to fans, just because he doesn't want it to be like. Essentially, it's like if it's just that, you're not going to actually please anybody. So, him being a fan, he's just trying to write something that's entertaining to watch.
Yeah.
That he would want to watch, and I think that's a good way to approach it. So
That's kind of the same philosophy. If you make something for everyone, you've made something for no one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of.
So, yeah, I don't know. It was interesting though, so I don't know. I'm a little more hopeful, but we'll see. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be amazing or anything yet. So, but it looked fun. I highly suggest checking it out, just to see how initial impressions feel for you, because I think that clip tells a lot more than a trailer, honestly, because you actually get to see some real interaction and whatnot.
I mean, I'm gonna probably give it a chance. I mean, I gave Twisted Metal a chance, and that had no right to be like good.
Yeah, that's something I expected.
So I give it a chance. I still need to watch The Last of Us as well, which I'll probably do soon. I've been kind of on a TV show kick lately, so I mean, I've been doing the Doctor Who thing, but that's only that's taking up time because it's Doctor Who. It's a heck of a commitment. At least I'm not watching from like
watching
real
everything.
season 1. Yeah.
Right.
But I did see the new Crow trailer.
Oh yeah, so how was that?
So it's been getting a lot of like negative feedback from it. And I was kind of disappointed because I actually kind of liked the trailer. I thought it looked pretty good. But like, I don't know what to think about some of the complaints.
What are the complaints?
So one of the big ones was like recently the director of the original was making some comments, negative comments towards the new one.
Oh, okay.
Some of it's like a little little like I get, but also it's kind of not fair to anyone else. He says, the only reason that movie got made was because of like Brandon Lee, and it's like a tribute to his great acting and stuff like that. And like part of that is true, as it remains to be, a Brandon Lee movie and his last. But at the same time, it's also like someone else's work.
Yeah, it feels like that might be stealing away from the people working on it. So in a way, I get the sentiment, but I think the words were not right.
Yeah, I get that you made that movie and finished that movie to like honor him and stuff, but like that's supposed to cut off. What about all the other crappy ones?
Right? Like
this one looks way better than any of those other movies that continued on the Crow line.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Some people are complaining because it loses a bit of it from the trailer. Seems to lose quite a lot of its like gothic flair.
Oh, really? Huh.
But again, that could be like, it doesn't seem to lose all of it. There's plenty of things that I saw in the trailer that were very, gothic film and reference.
I mean, I can kind of feel like that could be a legitimate complaint because that feel is almost like a character in and of itself.
I agreed, but like I said, that could just be trailer.
Yeah, definitely.
That we're seeing there. That's not going to give off the true feel of the.
Oh yeah.
Of the whole thing. And it might, if it does lose some of that flair, I don't necessarily think that's the worst. It just needs to be done right.
Yeah.
Right. Like.
Agreed.
I don't know. From the trailer, it looks better than all the other Crow movies that I've watched.
Mm-hmm.
More disappointed in some of those remarks. I don't think they came off very well from that director. I get being passionate about your projects and what you felt about it, but a little weird.
It is.
Other people are also working on this movie. Not to mention it's originally a comic by someone else.
Yep.
Who has the right to want to like try and reboot and continue on that series.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that feels like a little bit of something. A little bit of something going to somebody's head.
Yeah, basically. That was my thought on it. Like, I get that there's like a sense of like loss and stuff that came from that whole thing, right?
Yeah, like, totally.
Like Brandon was, by all accounts and all records that we have, extremely like nice person, and probably made a pretty impact on those people. But and we'll always love it. It's not like that original one's going anywhere. That's always the thing for me. It's like,
yeah, okay,
but the other one's still there. You can still watch it. They just released like a Blu-ray of it like last year. So it's not like the original's not going anywhere. Brandon's like, it's not like he's being erased out of it.
Yeah,
stuff.
Exactly.
And I feel like having maybe even a different tone might help with like separating it and not feeling like someone's just trying to copy.
That's true. That's probably a very good idea.
And Bill Skarsgård seems wonderful. He looks great. Right. I know people look like calling him like ghetto Joker and stuff, but I think he actually looks somewhat more of the comic book character. Especially with his like mullet haircut he's got rocking on, which is very comic book. I don't know. I look cool. I'm probably gonna check that out when it comes.
Yeah, I'll probably check it out too. I always like The Crow.
Me too. Yeah, there's a reason I watched all the other ones, even the shitty ones.
Even the shitty ones.
Yeah. playing Super Mario?
Maybe. Also, it's Super Mario World. Get it right.
That's fair.
It's the best
to
Mario.
Recognize.
That was foolish of me.
Right. This isn't Sky playing Fae Farm. Sky is right.
This isn't.
That checks out.
Yeah, checks out.
It's weird.
Weird indeed.
It's not like
But you're right.
earlier. They could have played. Sky could have gotten on earlier and streamed that,
but she did not.
But they did not.
Okay. Do we want to do some news?
I mean, I guess.
I guess that's where we're at.
Yeah. This might be a short one here, but
News Town.
Yeah.
I got quite a bit more news, so there was still a good hour length.
There was that one big thing that happened.
Yeah.
Probably talk about that.
Yeah. Oh, I got some other stuff too.
There's news, yeah. Hot nudes.
What about you? What about you, Frankie? You got good nudes?
No. I have good news.
Oh, good news.
Yes.
Are they about nudes?
No.
No nudes is good news. This is what I always say.
I'll start it off here. So Stardew Valley got an update. I think that came out yesterday.
It came out for yeah, I think so. I think it was yesterday. It came out for
the PC only. Yeah.
Nice.
It adds a bunch of stuff. Like, it is ridiculous, everything that it's adding in. If I wanted to go through the change log, I couldn't, because I looked at it. I was like, oh, I should mention some things, and I was like, I don't even know what to mention. There's so much stuff in here.
The funniest one I saw was you can now drink mayonnaise.
I did see that, yeah.
Nice. Finally.
Right?
They fixed it.
Dreams come true.
The thing I've always wanted.
Mm-hmm.
It's about time. Finally, justice in this world.
But yeah. However, there is no news of when that update is coming to consoles. So, sad times.
It's fairly typical, though, right?
So I think
the console one's usually behind a little bit.
I think so. It's just I guess it's a little weird that there's like no silence, or there's just silence on it at this point. I guess normally there's at least some sort of indication of when it might be coming out. Like,
I mean, maybe they don't have a set date, and so they don't want.
I mean, it looks really big, so it might be something where it's like, yeah, they don't know when they'll get done with it for the console. So
yeah, I mean, when doing big updates like that, it can take a while sometimes, especially when their natural, their start was on whatever it is.
Yeah,
whether it was PC or consoles. You'll see big gaps there sometimes.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, at least there's some new stuff coming, so
that's good.
Yep.
Let's see. I got stuff. I got things. Hold on here. Pull up my stuff. I thought this was fairly interesting. I don't remember, about a year ago. At like last year's Next Fest, one of the big games to come out of that was Dark and Darker.
Dark and Darker, yeah.
Like a PV game. What are you doing to me?
Game, what are you doing?
Big, kind of like Tarkov, but with Dungeons and Dragons flair.
Yeah, I've seen
picked up a lot.
I've seen some gameplay of it, and it looks pretty interesting. So
yeah, if I cared more about like the online thing, like the idea of it seemed cool, but people suck. People suck.
Right.
It always comes down to that for me.
It's so true.
hot takes here.
Happened with my
People
game
suck.
here to make that go really shitty. Don't turn it to my screen right now.
Turn to this screen.
I just took it away from his screen just a second ago.
It keeps like it unlocked my mouse from the first person view. So now I'm clicking outside of it and it's minimizing every time. It's really fucking annoying.
Yeah, that sounds annoying.
Anyways, I'll pull up the information about this. Anyways, that took off pretty big. But there was some troubles with it shortly after the game came out or made its appearance. The developer company Nexion put a legal suit in, claiming that there was that the person stole a bunch of valuable stuff, including like development code and stuff for one of their projects. This came out of the fact that one of the people working on it, the lead developer at the time, was fired from the company, and then went on later to be the project lead on Dark and Darker. So they're saying that a bunch of code was taken and assets and stuff were used from their original project. By the way, this project never took off, never went anywhere. It's not. Never became an actual game. First off, there's like a big timeline, which I'll put it in the show notes. From PC Gamer did a really cool timeline on it. But it ended up last year, March. The game got delisted from Steam following the suit and a DMCA request by Nexion. And this left a bunch of people kind of in limbo with Dark and Darker. It never shut it down completely.
Yeah.
They were always allowed to continue on, but Steam took it off, which is very typical, especially with DMCAs. But it seems like just recently we got new updates on it. January was like big for Iron Mace Studios, which is the studio that's putting out Dark and Darker. They said that Iron Mace's game cannot be considered an infringement of Nexion's copyright or trade secrets.
Okay.
Which is pretty. It seems simple because they can't own like dungeon crawling PvPvE games. Like
no, that's a little
especially because there's another game out that's already also doing
there's
that.
There's a couple, and one's already coming out that are trying to take over what Dark and Darker, the hole that it left. So yeah, that doesn't work. But it seems like it's coming back, and I didn't see a date on when it will be, but Epic is picking them up.
Okay.
The Epic Store. Yeah, I don't see a date of when that will be. It's not listed, but it is now on the Epic page.
Oh, okay, cool.
So you can wish list it or whatever. I thought that was kind of an interesting story. Been happening for like a year.
Yeah, definitely.
With slight movements here and there.
Right. Well, that's good. That's a good come out.
Yeah, I thought so.
Words.
Come out.
Words have meaning.
Okay, so we got some interesting stuff in the Minecraft world.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so on Microsoft's answers page, from a Microsoft employee, there's a known issue with the latest update for Minecraft, where if you update from the Xbox game store thing, whatever, the Xbox app on Windows, it could delete all of your saves. So don't do that.
So good.
Right. So great job, Microsoft. Keep it up. Just a little warning to anybody who might be
Plays
looking.
Minecraft?
Yeah.
This could be a pretty fringe group, though.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of people, right?
But you know,
It can't be. It's only the highest selling game of all fucking time. Hey. Not a lot of people in that market, you know.
No.
Yeah. You could always take my advice, which is delay. Doing any updates. With Minecraft, I usually try and wait till Optifine has something, anyways, because I really like Optifine. But that's me.
Yeah. If it ain't a security update, just wait.
Yeah.
Even when it is a security update, sometimes you want to just wait. If it's just for a game, whatever.
Let's see. I got another cool thing. Steam just announced it's changing its Steam family.
Yeah.
And family sharing stuff. It definitely seems to be lighter than the previous restriction, although it does come with still a number of caveats. And some some pretty big ones that could end up bad. I don't know. So some of the big things for sure is that it's intended for household of close family members, and Steam will be monitoring usage and may adjust the rules over time.
Okay.
When it comes to that, you must wait 1 year from joining a previous family to join a new one. So there's not a lot of transferring over family accounts.
That's actually, I don't see a problem with that one, honestly.
No, I don't think it's going to matter too much. And the only thing it's going to really prevent is people
sharing that stuff. Yeah, exactly.
So, family member slot cannot be replaced until 1 year later. So you can't constantly be changing.
Yeah. I'm dead. Shit.
Games that require a third-party account or subscription can't be shared. Cheating ban. This is a big one.
Yeah, that's the thing that I saw.
Cheating bans apply to games as a whole, so families will lose access if even one person is caught cheating. And the one thing that currently seems to be an issue with, and maybe they'll work out some better things for it, but free DLC, free-to-play games with purchased DLC, restricted by regions, and any game already excluded from family sharing can't be shared. And do keep in mind, this is the game companies, or the game developers, or publishers at least, need to be okay. They have to have give permissions for this to be accessible as well. Just like it currently is, I believe. But yeah, it seems a bit more open with some more caveats. The beta for it is going up soon. Yeah, I think you can choose the Steam family beta from your client beta participation settings.
Okay.
If you do want to try it. Me personally will probably wait till they iron some of it out. I don't want any surprises.
I mean, it doesn't seem like it's going to be too big of a deal in terms of signing up for the beta. They might just be using that to gauge interest in what they're doing and whatnot. We'll see.
Oh. Well, I got my game fixed, but now I'm being pushed over.
But I only really... Let's see. Did I share my library with you? I don't know. Can't remember.
I don't remember. I've shared my library a couple of times. I have
yeah.
One of the things that will help prevent, though, some of the niceties about it, and not just the restrictions that I've listed out, is it will let you like play games when the other person's on their library.
Oh,
you're not going to be restricted in that same sense anymore.
Oh, I'm going to sign up for the beta right away then, because that's
yes. That's currently the biggest hurdle.
Yeah,
and the biggest downfall of what the current sharing is, because
right. And
Robert has access to my library, but he can never get on because I'm always on.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's more or less pointless because you're always on.
Exactly.
It does mean it won't let you play the same game at the same time unless you have multiple copies purchased on that same family account.
Well, that's nothing then.
But that's not really anything too new either.
Yeah.
Overall, I mean, it seems like a fairly good service, or something to look forward to.
Yeah. That's actually pretty exciting, I think. I'm in.
Yeah. I like that idea.
Okay, what do I got next? Museum of Play. So they have what is it there? Their Hall of Fame video games. They have a player's choice ballot that you can still participate in for the next few days. If you would like to. Up on the list, they got some pretty cool games. They got Asteroids Elite, Guitar Hero, Metroid, Myst, Neopets, Resident Evil, Sim City, Tokemiki Memorial, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, Ultima, and You Don't Know Jack. You can vote once a day, so technically you can get 3 votes in if you really want to, starting tonight. But yeah.
What is it for?
It's museumofplay.org. This is for their
like great games of all time type thing.
Yeah, this is their video game Hall of Fame. So
okay.
Yeah,
there's definitely some notables there for sure.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. It's sad that I can't vote on more than one. But yeah, if you'd like to get in on that, it's there's a player's choice ballot. So yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, games with rough launches has been a thing lately.
What?
I've been having a lot of rough launch.
What are you talking
games about? Coming out in rough states.
Soon, rough lunch.
Rough lunch.
Yeah, believe it or not, these games are coming out and they're having a problem keeping their audiences around. No, recently we just had another really bad launch that occurred with the Star Wars Battlefront classic collection thing. And oh boy, has it been quite the mess. From like not having enough server space to
that's pretty bad all on its own.
Apparently some of that was not quite like server space, apparently for what something in the code. So a pretty easy fix was like preventing servers from being shown. At least that's what they were claiming.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever, a really rough launch, huge amount of bugs. So it's really left a sour taste in people's mouths.
Yeah.
And this has just come to light that Asper, the company who put out the remake here, had said that they weren't going to use anybody. Said they would. Let me find the quote. David.
Find that quote. Find that quote. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it's been bad. They swore that the actual release version wouldn't have anyone else's code or content without permission, because during the showing of it and the trailer showed a mod, a pretty famous mod that wasn't given credit for by Asper or asked to be used.
Huh.
They since promised that it wouldn't have that, and it was patched out. But it turns out that didn't apparently turn out to be true. Both on the PC and PlayStation, the launch version did indeed incorporate a mod that restored Asai Ventress as a playable character. And the thing that's worse about this is it was even kind of confirmed, because Ventress, who was exclusively an Xbox character for the Battlefront 2 back in 2005, but a modder, I am a Saman. I don't know. Whatever. This modder reskinned Sakura's character into being Ventress, by having the same animations and the same lightsaber.
I remember you talking about this. Yeah. Or maybe you didn't talk about this, but I remember reading about it.
Funny enough, in the new one, it is a reskin, including having the same animations and lightsaber as Sakura. So it's the same mod, which wasn't given credit for. Leading to this game being one heck of a disaster for them. It's kind of something, because just recently too, they had another one that they released, the Star Wars Dark Forces remaster, which was apparently well liked, but this one, people are just under the same impression. It feels rushed. It's just they even mixed some of the textures are wrong. A few players pointed out that the water on one of the planets is supposed to be in Battlefront 2, the water is gray, where in Battlefront 1 the water was more blue. And so they have the wrong textures going back and forth even. Pretty rough launch for the Star Wars. And Asper is recently, with all the development hell that's going through with it, Asper got removed from the Knights of the Old Republic remake project last year.
Yeah, I guess that's not too surprising.
Well, with the newest news, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, we were all wondering, a lot of people who were keeping up with that were wondering, why did they get kicked off? Because at first Asper seemed like the perfect people, because they were doing the remake or the re-release and for the Switch version of Knights of the Old Republic 2. And that was going well. People were liking it. So they seemed the proper people. But if the people behind the money saw something similar to what happened here with the Classic Collection,
right?
Maybe that's why. I mean, it's one thing to release the Battlefront Classic Collection with the shitty rush job, but if you were to release something like a remake of Knights of the Old Republic, that would be way worse.
Yeah, definitely.
The fan fallout from that would be a lot worse. I feel
people would be extremely angry.
I'm a fan of that game, and I would be upset. But I know some people who are real fans of that
game. Right.
Who might break down into the sending death threats. I don't think that for real, but man,
Yeah, no.
it would be. They would definitely get it from others for sure. Yeah.
Yep.
Got anything else?
I do have one more thing. Also, there's something weird with your video. I can only see like a quarter of your screen.
Okay, cool.
But
cool. Yeah. Nice. Nice. Way to go.
That was on purpose.
That's
this game.
By design.
I guess I learned something about this game. Not a great game to stream. Fuck.
So the last little thing I have is kind of a deal here. You can now get the new God of War on Good Old Games. So that's DRM free for $24.99.
So you got to work Ragnarok?
No, not Ragnarok. I just mean PC. New.
Oh, okay,
the newest
like the
one
newest.
on PC.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
that's cool. It's still very cool.
It's hard when these games have come out
the same title
so many times. Are you talking about the new one?
Right?
No, I'm talking about the 2015. It's not that new one. The other new one.
Yeah.
Newish. New adjacent.
Exactly. But yeah, that's cool. I like that Sony's doing this more and more. So.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for Ragnarok to hit PC.
Right. That would be.
And The Last of Us 2. I still haven't played that. I still would like to do that as well.
Hopefully this means that it's sooner than later. Just, I wouldn't hold your breath. They do seem to bring too much.
I'm pretty sure that they will bring it.
Yeah.
Like, it's only a matter of time.
Yeah, they're doing more and more. I think it's
they've even made statements. Yeah, they've even made statements on like bringing their stuff to PC. And,
yep. Well, I mean,
with Helldivers, they started making a bit more statements about how exclusivity should be. Like, yeah.
I mean, I agree more with like timed exclusivity. Because I get it. You wanna sell your console. Cool.
I definitely don't have a problem with timed exclusivity.
Yeah,
that seems fair.
Yeah, exactly. Like I understand you wanna, if you're gonna make a console, you wanna recoup the costs on that, and good way to do that is to make some games that you could only get on that console.
Yeah, I do see the age of that stuff,
but
falling away though.
Yeah, exactly. On the other hand, you're limiting your audience. Like you're kind of saying no to more money. You know.
That's true.
So, yeah. Hopefully it goes away completely eventually. But yeah, that's all of the news that I have. So,
well, I have, technically, I guess 2 more things. One bigger thing that Andrew can help me with, because he also watched quite a lot of that. But this one is a good lead-in.
But yeah, I looked into it.
De Novo. Have you heard of De Novo?
Yes, I've heard of De Novo. I did see something about it. But no, I read up a little bit on that.
Well, De Novo is introducing a new feature for its suite of products. Was like the anti-piracy and there's an anti-piracy and anti-cheat and now Tracemark.
Yes.
Tracemark is a very interesting thing. This will allow for watermarking to happen on videos put out. And this can happen.
Is it just videos, or is it any media that?
It seems to be like pictures and yeah, I mean, it's taking anything that you could get from the game itself and putting a watermark on it.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that it counts for also screenshots and
Yeah.
whatnot.
Videos and audio probably somewhere too.
Yeah, they can do this with the knowledge of the people, or they can also do it stealthily without their knowledge.
Yeah.
But it basically just puts watermarks over, videos.
Not just over. They could do it invisibly too. So.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, just like in it. They can
watermark the videos and pictures and whatnot. So
they're claiming that a lot of this is to battle, of course, piracy. But some of it seems to be coming after
leakers, right?
Yeah, leakers is the big. Thank you. That's the word I was trying to think of. As it'll be a way to kind of discourage it, because now they can trace that, because every watermark is going to be significant, like, towards individual accounts.
Yeah.
So it'd be easy to trace, and they're hoping this is just to like reduce the leaks, which is kind of funny. But yeah, de novo, which many people don't like for multiple reasons. The anti-cheat is one of those kernel level ones that we talked about before. The piracy thing has been on many games, and lots of people claiming that it messes with their computer, the performance of their computer. The company has like denied that it has anything to do with that.
For this thing?
Yeah, de novo is denied that their program is affecting game performance.
Oh, you mean the anti-piracy thing, not Tracemark?
Yeah, just their stuff in general. The Tracemark is new and isn't implemented yet into anything, but chances are we're gonna see it pretty soon into stuff. Yeah.
Well, I mean, honestly, I don't know how bad it necessarily is. I mean, putting a watermark on stuff that you own, I get why companies want to do it. I get why they want to figure out who might be leaking stuff. Especially in the game industry, where sometimes you spend a lot of money on an announcement.
Yeah, I get wanting to keep your stuff, as private as you can until you want to reveal it, and that's kind of one of their pushing points on it.
Yeah.
Although from their presentation and the quotes that I've gotten from it, which I'll share. I'll share my link to it, which was from Global Newswire.
Yeah.
It seems pretty, geared towards investors and stuff like that. So of course it's gonna tout itself up pretty good.
Yeah. You know what I could do too? I can pull up that article and show it on screen for the lovely peeps.
Other than that, the big story that happened this week was Apex Legends tournament got hacked.
Oh.
Well, a couple of players got hacked.
Well, a couple of players, but it did cause for the whole tournament to get delayed while they look into it. Right off the bat, lots of fingers being pointed, and the biggest fingers being pointed were pointing at the easy anti-cheat, which is another kernel level anti-cheat we talked about last week. But
why were the fingers being pointed at that?
People are, without actually any really evidence to it, people are claiming that it was remote exploit. Although what was done actually seems to point more towards compromised computers themselves, compromised hardware.
Yeah, after quite a bit.
Yeah, what happened?
Not anything to do with the anti-cheat. Matter of fact, it looks like the anti-cheat is the least likely thing to have been compromised of the whole thing. No, there was a big Apex tournament, and a couple of streamers like during the tournament had hacks turned on to their games.
Yeah,
like while they were just playing the game, like obviously not like tabbing out and turning on hacks or anything. They're just playing the game, and while they were doing that, someone installed and ran hacks on their PC, and one of the two people who got hacked during the tournament, it also took over their chat and put up like the name of the person who was doing the hack. So they had to shut down the tournament. Looks like it was probably, although like I don't know yet exactly the details of the hack, other than like what we saw being done to the two people competing in the tournament that were streaming at the time and recorded it. But they're the only two people that were affected by it as well. So it's probably not an exploit either through the game or through the anti-cheat. It's probably these two. Probably a hacker wanted to get his hacks out on that tournament, advertise them, tried to get every person competing in that tournament to click on a shady link, and found two of them to click on that shady link.
And if you want to watch a good video on it, I'll have to, Andrew, you'll have to post that in the show notes if you'll.
Oh, yeah. Thor did a really good, or the Pirate software.
Dev.
Yeah, Pirate Software.
Yeah, Pirate Software. Yeah, he did a really good video on it. He knows a hell of a lot more than I do about exactly that stuff.
Yeah, it's his job for 20 years. So.
Well, okay,
yeah.
Here's the thing, though. Did somebody have eyes on these computers the entire time? Doubtful.
No.
He even had evidence that they do. One of them at least had pushed on shady links before.
These were just people's random. These are people's random computers that they brought to the tournament to play the game on.
Exactly.
Like they probably check. I don't even know if they honestly check the computers.
Well, that's the thing.
Watching them,
these tournaments, like that's the problem is that that's a huge security risk for everybody there. If you're not bringing a computer that's just your gaming system, which
I feel like if I was a part. If I got into one of those tournaments, being that level of a skilled player, I feel like either the computer I use or the computer that I brought with me would have like only the software I need to play that game.
I don't know whether
just so I can have it run the best I could, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, but that might not be everybody's thought. A and B, what if you just happen to be really good and just happen to get into a tournament?
I mean, that's fair. Well, I mean, we're talking about a high level tournament, though. These people have been these are professional players.
These were like the top players of that game, which is a pretty competitive.
Yeah, but it should work the same, whatever level for basic security.
Yeah, no,
because I mean.
I imagine. Well, that's why. These guys aren't really like the brightest bulbs in terms of cybersecurity.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean,
so
again,
it was probably shady links. Although, and they're investigating it. We're yet to confirm anything. Most likely, it looks like compromised PCs. Although the hacker who's taking credit for it does also apparently have server side access to some degree, because apparently he's been on Apex for months, just running around giving people whatever V-Bucks or whatever Apex packs. Just giving them $4,000 worth of loot boxes from the game.
Yeah. So I mean, here's the thing, though. The bottom line: if people want to complain about the fucking anti-cheat, it's clearly not working. So why?
Well, so it's not. I mean, none of this is done through the anti-cheat. The anti-cheat is by far the least likely thing that any of these things are happening.
No, I'm saying the anti-cheat obviously doesn't prevent cheating. So
I mean, well,
but it does.
I actually, me and Christian had this conversation earlier today too. So it does, because it does in the same way that me locking my front door prevents break-ins. If someone still wanted to break into my house, they could break into my house. It's not like the door is made out of Wolverine's bones or anything. They get in here.
Yeah, it's
a deterrent. That's the same thing with anti-cheat. It just makes cheats harder to develop.
Oh yeah, no. But
now I agree with you that kernel level is a bridge too far, and I don't think that kernel level. I don't think anything should be running kernel level anything.
Yeah,
just make your anti-cheat better without needing that deep of access onto my PC. But I mean, anti-cheat itself is. I think there's a good reason for it to be there, because it does. It does make it harder to develop cheats.
No, I agree. I mean, I think there should be some sort of
obviously people are always going to find exploits for it, and then the company will fix those exploits, and then people find more exploits for it.
Exactly.
And the company will fix those exploits. So it's never going to be an airtight anti-cheat, but just because it's not 100% effective doesn't mean that it should be thrown out entirely.
Oh no, it's the same argument with antivirus though, right? Like you don't want to give your antivirus like absolute control, because you don't know everybody at that company, right? But you want to give it enough control so that it'll stop some of the low level stuff, stuff that you might not want to think about constantly and worry about. But it will be circumvented.
Worry about those things.
Sorry, what was that?
I don't think you need to be constantly worried about those things.
Well, what antivirus today does, even like the built-in Windows stuff, like we would have to be worrying about like a lot of stuff if antivirus wasn't in place, like constantly. Yeah. So yeah,
that's what I'm saying with the anti-cheat stuff too. Is like, otherwise, like it'd just be impossible to play games online. It'd be be a mess.
And yeah, especially for like PvP games. Like that definitely needs to be a thing.
And then especially the free to play PvP games, because suddenly there's no other barrier to that game.
Right.
You just make another Steam account if you get in trouble. If you get caught hacking, you just make another Steam account. You don't have to buy the game again. Just make it again.
But yeah, it's a constant rat and mouse game, cat and mouse, and so it's one of those things where if you're giving this full access to your computer, it's no protection is 100%. Not even the condom that you put on, kids. Like,
oh, definitely not that. Yeah.
It's only 90% effective. So,
like 10% is a lot bigger chance than you think.
Right. So yeah, it's one of those things where, like you said, like giving that low level of access, just it shouldn't be a thing. But that said, for the tournament, if security obviously is lax,
sounded like it's pretty lax at the tournament.
Yeah, like if I
think some of it was taking place over the internet, right?
For a second, like you have physical access to a computer, like fucking all bets are off. I can hack into like any computer that isn't domain joined, that doesn't have the admin or the local accounts turned off. It'll take me like 5 minutes to get into it. No problem.
Yeah. Well, it didn't seem like the hacker who did this stuff had that access, so they probably had some other things in place for that.
Mm-hmm.
Although
because
it does
the hacker who did this probably would have, if he could have, he would have to any of those, because this was all about selling hacks and getting attention.
Yeah,
like bringing attention to Well, I guess just the hacks that he's producing.
I mean, to be fair though, it's clever of the hacker. That's the way to get your name out there.
Yeah, it's a good way. Yeah, doing it at the tournament was a good call.
Right. Credit where credit's due.
Right, not only is it like getting your name out there, right? Like, yeah, I mean, you see it a lot with other hackers. Not to say that that was his intention or whatever, but you see it with a lot of hackers that they'll do stuff like this to bring attention that, hey, these are huge exploits. You need to fix this.
Oh yeah, no,
now.
That's total gray hat shit there, for sure, or red hat, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, but, so I mean,
I've heard about the hacker who's claiming to have done these things for the thing. He's just selling hacks.
Well, yeah, okay. I mean, look, I'm just saying.
It would be cool if it was for a more noble cause, but he's just selling hacks. However, it does still, whether he intends it or not, it does still draw attention to these problems.
Yeah,
they do.
And Apex probably needs to tighten up their security considerably.
Just a tad.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know. In the security world, the shit that I read, it's if the sort of exploits that are being created now come over to gaming, it's a messed up world. So we'll see. Hopefully it doesn't get that bad. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I guess it just depends on how much you care about the integrity of competitive gaming, I suppose.
Yeah, that's true.
Like I, being honest, don't really care that much. I don't play a lot of online games. I do. I mean, for the sake of the enjoyment of the game, I do want that integrity to be there for the people who do play that game. But but it's not like a thing that I like personally care that much about, just because I don't play certainly not a lot of competitive online games. I played Apex, I've gotten myself chicken dinners on Apex, no slouch, but it's not a game that I would just play. It's not my cup of tea.
Yeah,
it's a little too sweaty for me.
That's fair.
But I do want that for the people who do play those games. Want them to have that.
Yeah, and again, I mean, honestly, it sounds like this boils down to the organizers. This is something that organizers are gonna have.
It sounded like that event was a little bit loosey goosey.
Yeah, exactly. Like they're gonna have to keep a better watch on this sort of stuff. Like it's nothing that they can ignore.
Yeah, they're gonna need to do, if they're having people bring in their own hardware, they're gonna need to be doing hardware scans.
Exactly. And I mean, honestly,
if they're not just providing
if it's a pro
rig setups for everybody.
Yeah, if it's a pro level like this, then they should have had their own hardware that they gave to them anyways.
I think sometimes the problems will be people just bring in their own keyboard and mouse.
Yeah.
And if their PC got compromised, that could their USB keyboard and mouse that they brought in could carry the exploit on it with them. So it's it could have simply been something as small as that, as their thing got compromised at home and it was a peripheral that they brought with them.
Oh yeah.
Their gaming share, no, not really.
I mean, and you also have the tournaments that take place just over the internet, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of that too, especially post COVID. Yeah, that's a popular choice is to just do them fully online.
So then scanning becomes impossible. Making sure that's happening becomes impossible.
Not necessarily. I mean, you can still have some preventive measures.
Yeah, you can run a hardware scan.
Yeah, and it might not be as important, but Because I mean,
certainly not. Yeah, you wouldn't be risking like infecting everyone else's hardware.
Yeah, not necessarily. Like you still could, but
well, I mean, at that point, then you still could just because you're all on the internet at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, it's sad that now these sort of things do have to be considered. Just play some damn video games, Jesus.
Well, thank goodness we mostly play games that don't really require that much balancing and competitive edges or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not anymore.
Not anymore. Yeah. Or me, really. I didn't really ever play like. Never got too sweaty on games. I played my Halos and what's not, but
I got way too sweaty on Call of Duty. But you know,
I mean, I get sweaty with Mario. Does that count?
not at all. No, we're talking about multiplayer games. I guess like Mario Kart. I have seen you get sweaty on some Mario Kart.
Yeah, no, for sure. All right, well, yeah, some good discussion. That all that you have, or?
Yeah, that's kind of all I got.
I think that's it. Yeah, that was big gaming news this week. Was that Apex Legends tournament hack going down?
Right. Yeah, I didn't even hear about that. So.
Yeah, it just happened like what 2 days ago, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doodle.
Still not full information out on it and what
yeah, I'm sure we'll hear more
with the hack. So yeah,
get an update for
we'll
people.
See, we'll see what the actual culprit was here at some point.
Yep.
But pretty crazy stuff. Yeah, people just be cheating their balls off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Oh,
I mean,
I'm sure one cool thing that I saw this week.
What did you see?
Resident Evil 2.
You got eyes?
The remake. Which is, awesome remake. Looks great. Pretty well praised. Someone went and with a bunch of fixed camera angles, equaling out to a little over 1,700 camera angles, turned Resident Evil 2 into the classic style.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And it looks pretty cool. It looked pretty cool.
That's silly. I approve of it though.
I just thought it was a cool looking mod. No real news or anything, just something cool.
Yeah,
something cool out there.
Fun stuff is fun.
Yep.
Sweet. Well, guess we'll wrap it up there. Put a little bow on it.
Oh, but I'm still playing. I'm not done playing Boar Blasters yet.
You can continue playing after this,
I can't though. I mean, I guess I could, but I can't. I won't. I won't allow myself. I'll just end the run. Such a good run too. Thanks.
You ruined it.
I'm sorry.
You take all the joy out of living. You know that, right?
I do. It's my job in life. Well, thank you everyone for watching. You can catch us here on the Twitch and the YouTubes every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. We're
on the YouTubes almost every day.
Yeah,
if not multiple times a day.
Sometimes, a lot of times a day. Yeah.
Yeah. What do we got going on tomorrow? You're playing something tomorrow.
Yeah, I believe we're gonna go into the mids. We're gonna try and make our way into the mid zone.
For some Pacific Drive.
Yeah,
on some Pacific Drive.
Cool. Andrew, are you gonna do some more Helldivers then tomorrow? Or you might switch it up if you're getting a little tired of it.
Well, we're gonna have new daily orders, so we're gonna have to go get that done.
So you're getting
I said I was getting tired of it. That's why I only play it when I stream now. Instead of playing it off stream a shitload as well.
Fair enough.
I started making that space for other games like Pacific Drive. And a little bit of Core Keepers. I like to fire it up and play for like 30 minutes, try and figure out a song.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I've been playing a little bit of that every so often. I got on last night and did a little farming.
Yeah.
Grew some crops, made some more food, get us all ready and prepared for next time.
Yeah. Well, yeah, cool. Then check it out here, guys. And yeah, we'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for joining. Bye.
You better like and subscribe.
Tell the people goodbye.
Or
blow them
or don't.
kisses.
I don't really care, but you better.
Mwah. Mwah.
Mwah.
Mwah.
Mwah.